Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're doing a duo review of one I've already done a solo review of, and it's Abita's 35th anniversary beer, and it's a Pilsner, introduced in June 2021.
A Pilsner.
5% alcohol, 24 IBUs.
Now, Abita started off in their most popular beer, even while they were fledgling, was a Abita Amber. So why would they choose a Pilsner to do the 35th anniversary?
I don't know, I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, I don't recall. Did they have a Pilsner? I mean, of course they had to have.
They used to make Abita Golden, you know that.
That's what they call it.
That was like a.
They call it Golden, which is probably the same.
I don't know if it was a Pilsner. It was
4.4. Might have just been an ale.
No, it was a golden beer. I guess it was maybe a Munich Gold, or maybe it was a Pilsner, but it didn't really sell too well. And it was in that green label with the gold writing, remember?
Yeah. So, you know, this goes along the lines of our discussion, which we always kind of talk about, and that's the fact that these craft beers are kind of moving back into
the old styles,
vogueness of either old style or the macros. You know, macros putting out all Pilsners, all August, and they're all putting out like these, what we would consider to be beers.
But they still have some other companies putting out like Lucky Charms beers and all of that.
Hey, you know, there's a place for that in someone's cavity tooth, I would say.
Cavity tooth. Okay. It is
golden.
Golden and clear.
Yeah, like Abita Golden used to be.
Yep.
Now they dropped that Abita Golden for what? For the seersucker, was it?
I just think they dropped it. I just think they dropped it. They used to make Abita Wheat Lager. That was a regular lineup beer. Golden was a regular lineup beer. Mm-hmm. They might have dropped it for some other new ones. I know they dropped Giacomo for the wrought iron IPA.
Yeah,
that was a replacement.
They brought out something called Abita Light, which I guess would be a light version to this. I have no
idea. Abita Light was a light version. It was a replacement of the original Abita Light.
Wow, it smells good.
Yeah. Cracker.
Yeah. Smells like that Pilsner.
Like a soda cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cheers. You gotta grab the stem if you want to make a chime.
Jeez, I know you do.
I just hate the sound when it goes. All right.
It smells good. I like the color of it. It's kind of a light to golden color. Kind of like a dark lemonade, almost. It's translucent. You can see through it, which is good. I appreciate
beers.
Yeah, filtered beers. Thank you. So don't kill my liver or my other filters.
Or my pancreas. All right.
It's good. The flavors are there, but then there's a slight kind of a fall off. But then the flavor kind of picks back up.
It's kind of.
But it does the same thing. It kind of bell curves up into like a nice flavor. Then it falls off. Then it goes up and then down. Up.
What I said in my solo, which hasn't been posted yet, I said it's got the bitterness, like 24 IBUs.
Yeah.
But the malt part of it is kind of dull. Like there's not a whole lot of flavor. It's kind of bland.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting. It just kind of falls.
It doesn't have enough malt sweetness.
And then you're just like, okay, well, let's taste it again, because as the beer's going over your palate, but it's doing the same thing, kind of like a bell curve across your palate.
If you took this and compared it against Pilsner Urquell, you'd see the difference, because that one is so rich with flavor.
Taste the difference. Now, what was the price, if you don't mind me asking?
$8.99 a 6-pack.
So basically the same price as Pilsner Urquell.
Pilsner Urquell at Mathern's is $9.49. This is $8.99. Maybe it's $9.99. Pilsner Urquell's going up.
Is it worth the 50 cents, you think?
Or $1? Well, there's almost no beer in the world as good as Pilsner Urquell, you know? So it's like, if you do a Pilsner taste challenge, it's going to win it almost every time, you know? Just never loses. Even though it's only 4.4% alcohol. That beer just never loses. Always a winner. This one is. I know what I already.
This one's coming in at a 5.0.
Yeah, like a Mustang or a Budweiser.
Like a regular beer.
Some of y'all probably remember the old 5.0 liter Mustang V8, which was actually 4.9 liters, but they rounded it off because it looked better on the badge. The Camaro was more a true 5.0 liters. But anyway, 5.0 like Budweiser or Coors Banquet, but arguably not really that much more flavor than the Coors Banquet or Budweiser, honestly. More bitterness, but not more overall flavor, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it just kind of falls off. It's like you said, the malt is kind of like not there. It's almost non-existent.
Low medium body, so it's not a heavy beer and it's a crisp finish. It's just dull. To me.
Well, I like the flavor up front. It's crisp, it's there. I mean, it smells really great.
It's just kind of a strange beer for your 35th anniversary. Maybe they're going to come out with something really dynamite for the 40th. Maybe 35th is not that remarkable. I guess they figure.
Maybe they just want everyone to believe their name is the name, and buy our name because this is our name, no matter what we put in the bottles.
I know what I'm going to score it. I'm going to score it the same as when I did the solo. I don't know what you're going to say.
I think with the fall off, it's kind of like it's not a full beer, but there's positives about it, and I guess if you had a couple of beers in you already, you really wouldn't notice it.
Well, that could be said for a number of beers.
Right. I gotta give it a B-.
Wow.
Like an 82.
82. I'm going to go with 84. A B, but just a B. So you can go to the store and just randomly buy stuff and get a B. You know what I'm saying? Without even trying.
Right.
So,
well,
and it's not.
I think overall they've kind of lost their appeal through the years. Abita has. It's like they're only going on their brand. They come across. They had some new players in the game there, making beers, making decisions on what's what.
But it sells though. I mean, you saying they lost their appeal, but my thirds had a huge block of this stuff, and now it's down to the bottom quarter. So people are buying Abita. But then this is the River Parishes where the number one beer is what?
Bud Light.
So that's their taste area.
This beer is also the first big craft beer in the state of Louisiana.
But now we got Port Orleans, we got Urban South, we got Second Line, Royal. And some other people we're not gonna talk about. All right. Anyway,
we got beers here. Whether they're worthy or not is
Tin Roof, Bayou Teche, out west.
And let's not forget the beloved Parish.
Right. And so we have a lot of craft beer companies in Louisiana. I mean, it's not like we have a shortage of them. So anyway, Laissez-Les, Bon Temps Roulé, I guess, but maybe with Abita, Andy Gator would be a much higher scoring beer. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Abita Springs, Louisiana, and tour the Abita Brewery.
I'd say it's worth a try. Test it on your own, but again, why would you put this in 35th anniversary?